Okay, so you close the DS.
Right. So for those who don't know,
Well, it's your turn.
there was a
Do the stupid.
I know, I guess.
Schizophrenic.
Search man. Search man?
Search me.
Name Search man. So, for those of you who don't know, Phantom Hourglass was a spin-off portable game of the Wind Waker line. It had the same art style and all that.
Was that a direct continuation? I know Phantom Hourglass. Spirit Tracks was like 100 years later because the water receded.
Okay.
But I don't remember.
I think Phantom Hourglass was because there was a lot of sailing involved.
Yeah, I think it was a direct continuation. I think you're the same Link.
Right.
And just watch how this.
Shut up.
Okay, so go ahead.
All right. So yeah, Phantom Hourglass, spin-off of Wind Waker. Very good portable game in its own right. Introduced a lot of new mechanics and stuff. But there was this puzzle where it was something about there was a seal on a map on the top screen. The DS was 2 screens, so it incorporated both screens very well.
It did.
Which is something that not many DS
And you can
games
control the statues.
Yes.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, and it was more, and you can control the trajectory of the
Yeah.
boomerang. Very, very good.
It actually
proof of
used the
concept.
stylus in a good way. Many games failed at that.
Yeah, a lot of DS games just wound up using the touchscreen or the second screen for maps and inventory, which was fine, but this game really took advantage of the proof of concept of why having 2 screens could make for some unique video games. So, there was this one puzzle where there was something on the top screen, and it was something about trying to get a stamp onto your map or something. And I'm trying to figure this out. I'm like, what the hell item do I have to use? What is going on here? And I got frustrated and I closed my DS, which put it into sleep mode. And then, next thing you know, you open your DS and you solve the puzzle. You were supposed to literally press the top screen to the bottom.
It was the same thing for me. I said, all right, I'm going to take a break. Because
Yeah.
I think I was in college when I played it. Well, I was in the class, and that was amazing.
Very responsible. But yeah, it just blew my mind. I'm like, wow, that is so creative. What a cool puzzle. You would never think to do something. And they had like other things where you had to blow into the microphone to blow out the candles and stuff.
Yes.
It really utilized all of the hardware of the DS. So, what bad point were you trying to make? That there have been bad Zelda games?
No. What I was saying was, in the scope of the Zelda games, you're gonna have everyone that says, oh, well, you know, I like this one, I didn't like that one.
Yeah.
But each one still added something to, like, the story. I would probably say of every... And I've played all of them. Other than... Oh, and we'd have to talk about Breath of the Wild.
Well, then, yeah. So after Skyward Sword, which some would say was a misstep for the franchise, you then come out with arguably the best game of the franchise.
Fantastic game.
A masterpiece.
They definitely added in more adult themes.
Yes.
It grew a little bit. Definitely fantastic. And honestly...
And it was accessible to new players and old players.
All future games should follow that.
Maybe.
I think you definitely have a nice niche with that. And my point is, and it's kudos to that game, and I'm giving it a compliment, is that
kudos from Exodus.
Yes, each game, even though I think the worst Zelda game, and I'm not including those stupid disc ones.
No,
you know what I mean?
Those weren't intended.
Like, you know, so if you're gonna nitpick back in the comments, why don't you go fuck yourself?
CDI games.
Yeah, like no, it's.
I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. Oh boy. I'm so hungry, I could eat an Octorok.
I'm so hungry, I could eat Zelda's... So, I think each one of them still did a good job. I think my least favorite of every Zelda that I've played, which I think is all of them, is Skyward Sword.
Okay.
I think it's my least favorite.
But again, compared to games and other franchises, if Skyward Sword is Zelda's weakest entry, which I'm not even sure it is.
Here's the real problem.
If it is, compared to the weakest Mega Man game,
but see,
the weakest Sonic game.
But this is what I'm saying. Here's the problem. I forgot my point. I had a point in the previous episode.
We were talking about Mega Man.
We were talking.
And then you said, let's talk about Zelda.
Yeah, but I was making a point.
I don't know if you were.
I was.
Check the things. And we're not talking a lot about Mega Man.
Because this game is so bad.
It's not bad.
It's bad.
It's not a bad game. by no stretch of what makes a game bad is this a bad game.
It's not good in comparison to its previous installments. And that's the problem. When sadly, when you associate a name to something,
that is fair criticism,
and it doesn't add up to what has been in that series. You're like, okay, let's talk about The Legend of Zelda. I really do think I was making a point, and I'm hungry, and we started having a really good discussion about how good Zelda is, and now I want to play Zelda.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, I still gotta play that Breath of the Wild DLC. It's supposed to be pretty good.
What is it?
You get a motorcycle.
What?
You get like
I take back what I said.
You didn't even really play Breath of the Wild because you were from.
Huh? I didn't. I want to. I have it for the Wii U. I don't own a Switch.
You kind of did.
Kind of did. I broke his Switch too much. He doesn't. I would say I'll give kudos because again I really don't remember what my fucking point was. We'll
check comment below if you remember what Exodus.
We'll check the tapes for the next episode. But Zelda, what I said was a perfect example of something of how games that are going to be in a franchise should follow points. The only issue I have is that the timeline they created, which is bullshit.
Multiple timelines.
It's stupid. Let's be honest here. They did that just to appease fans.
Just to appease people like you, who are like, there needs to be a timeline.
No, I never said that. I was perfectly flame sword.
Okay.
I was fine with it just being like, you know, one of stories.
Yeah,
it's perfectly fine.
They're all just their own thing.
But each one definitely, like, I have to say, I mean, listen, they're solving puzzles. You're bad. Oh no, I had 0 lives again. Lose.
Why is this guy so, like, pleasant?
Yeah, I know, right? Just don't get hit by that.
Top there.
Get him, get him, get him! We could use the rush healing thing. No? Okay.
Don't need it! I don't need that shit!
He paused the game. So, what I was saying was...
Yeah, you're still trying to make a point.
I'm trying to finish my point that I really don't remember. What I'm saying is this game sucks.
Because Zelda's better.
Now I want to play the Zelda game.
Alright. Next time on Water Exodus, we'll be playing Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass.
It's Mega Man 8 Episode 6,
okay.
And we're playing Phantom Hourglass.
Take the microphone again.
Kick the microphone? You fucking jooch.
I can't move.
Alright, let's buy some stuff.
Ah.
We gotta update.
There.
We gotta upgrade. Come on, look, I'll come back, Mega Man. 4 extra lives.
Great.
You won't be pushed back when you receive a hit. I think we did that one, right?
That's good. Right on. Good. Not that one.
We can actually see what we bought. Point is, this game's bad.
I was just thinking.
I swear, if you say Dragon Ball FighterZ.
No, I was just thinking of other video game series that like don't
anything but this game.
That don't have bad.
We need to talk about. Okay, how about Street Fighter? Let's talk about Street Fighter.
We'll talk about Street Fighter. What do you want to talk about? How bad you are at it?
I'm pretty bad at Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition just recently came out, despite Capcom saying there wasn't going to be.
They can go.
A second version.
Fuck
of that
themselves. They're horrible people. They are such bad people. I'm sorry.
Just don't say something like that. Just be like, just all you had to say was, if we feel it necessary,
we're gonna put one out.
Release another game, then we'll release another game. If not, and to be fair, they did support Street Fighter 5 for like 3 seasons worth of content before releasing this game. The arcade edition.
And I think if you own the game, isn't the shit free?
A lot of it's free, yeah. The only thing that's not free is the characters that came out before.
Okay, so at least there was a middle ground. Here's the problem: they still said they weren't going to do that, and then they did it.
Right, and also they released Street Fighter V when it wasn't finished. That's the bigger problem.
There was no arcade mode.
Right, and there were very few characters. And the game modes themselves were not plentiful.
No.
You look at a game like Injustice or Tekken 7 or even Dragon Ball FighterZ, where you just have a plethora of game modes available. Because not everybody, you know, I understand Street Fighter is probably the franchise most associated with the hardcore fighting game community.
Sure.
People who are die-hard fighting game fans typically all love Street Fighter. But when you're in the business of making video games, you have to try and appeal to as wide of an audience as possible. So
you have to not be a cunt. I think that's really what Proto Man is trying to say.
Yes, to say it a little less subtle.
They released
an unfinished game. The game was not finished.
They put out Dragon Ball. They put out Street Fighter Cross Tekken and claimed characters were DLC and made you buy it, and the characters were on the fucking disc.
Well, I think that happens a lot more than we realize.
I know, but that's really... But god damn, man.
Well, that's a whole other conversation. Just the fact of having DLC when it's already finished.
Where's the exit?
You're struggling.
I'm struggling.
You probably have to use like a boost or something to get up to that. Okay. So yeah, Street Fighter V was an unfinished game, had very few game modes outside of just ranked matches. Didn't have a story mode, didn't have an arcade mode. It was kind of just a tournament fighting game.
Kind of just told you to go fuck yourself.
Right. Whereas games like Injustice, even before Street Fighter V came out, previous generations of fighting games like Mortal Kombat 10 or X, whatever you want to call it, had a full-fledged story mode. Injustice had a full-fledged story mode. Tekken. I feel like I'm missing some.
There we go.
Even like older generation games, Soul Calibur 5, and they were all giving you a lot of modes, character customization, things like that, because you want to try and get people who aren't big fighting game fans to play your game. And maybe become big fighting game fans who would be okay with just a versus mode. But Street Fighter V launched with a bare bones roster of characters and a versus mode, and that was pretty much it. So now they finally got around to making the complete game, it seems.
Yeah.
And it looks pretty fun. I'd like to play it again, give it a good... Because the gameplay itself was actually really good.
Street Fighter?
Yeah, Street Fighter V's gameplay I thought was really good. I thought it was an improvement over 4. I wasn't a big fan of Street Fighter 4's gameplay.
Street Fighter 4's gameplay was very broken.
Yeah, there was a lot of gimmicks. I hated the focus attack mechanic.
Yes.
I really didn't like that. They kind of simplified it in this series.
That's where we need to be. Yeah. God help me.
Yeah, you're
struggling.
You're struggling.
Oh, I know what to do.
There he goes. Good job.
I did it.
Yay.
Oh no.
Oh, we're sinking into quicksand. Very good.
Oh, believe it or not, I don't like fighting games that it's... The one thing I'll agree with Birdbrain is when he's playing Tekken, and he says, you know, there's so many combos that you can play, you know, characters all different types of ways. And I was like, that's actually really cool, because once you, like, in Street Fighter 4, it was like Sakura, it was Tatsumaki,
right?
Shoryuken.
Yeah, it was the same bread and butter combo the whole time.
And it's like, that's kind of fucking, that's bad. That's bad. It's bad gameplay.
Yeah, it wasn't as much about, it was about
winning.
Yeah, sure.
You learn about the character, you can play them, and play as them, and then you win. And that's kind of shitty.
So it looked like arcade edition of 5. They added some new V-triggers.
They did add
a bunch of new characters, so you might be able to play it a little bit differently.
I hope.
Maybe. No. We're not gonna play.
No, I mean I own.
We got to play too many video games.
So many games. There's just so many games.
And they announced the God of War release date. It's freaking April 20th.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's that soon.
Oh, man.
I ain't got time for that.
They just want to take my money.
Sony is just like, here, come get some. I forgot Monster Hunter was a PlayStation exclusive.
PlayStation exclusive.
They're just going ham this year.
Well, you know what happened?
They got that, they got God of War, and they got Spider-Man. All exclusives. And the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Yeah.
Which is going to make money.
Oh, it's going to make tons of money.
It's one of the best games ever made.
Because it was in an Adam Sandler movie.
What?
It was in an Adam Sandler movie.
Was it?
Yeah, that movie with Don Cheadle. That he loses his family in 9/11.
Oh, Reign Over Me?
Reign Over Me.
It was in that movie?
He's playing it all the time. He's his fucking sellout, so he always puts, like, stuff in his movies.
Oh.
Usually it's food.
You want to talk about sellouts. So,
I saw... this guy.
I saw... Well, aside from that, I saw...
You hit that goddamn microphone. But go ahead.
Anyway. I recently saw Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle.
Did you?
I did.
When did you see that?
I saw it last Sunday.
With who?
With Fred, Al, and Todd.
I really hate them.
Actually, it was just Fred and Al. Todd wasn't there. He didn't want to come see. Because we were supposed to see another movie, but I can't read so good. So I thought the movie was at 12:45, but the movie was actually at 1:25.
Oh boy!
And that's
finish the level.
our
Let me
dinner.
let him in. You keep playing, sucker.
Professionalism at its finest.
Where's that when I answer the door? Buy money.
I have money if you need it. So don't mind us. We're just being extremely irresponsible. I will wait to continue my Jumanji story until Exodus gets back here.
I'm sorry, guys. Food is very important.
Yeah, you want us to survive, right? You want us to keep playing video games for you?
And no, you can't play Dragon Ball Fighters while we eat.
Oh, he knows me so well. So the Chinese food delivery man's gonna hear me talking to myself. But little does he know, I'm actually talking to you, the Exo Nation. Well, good old Mega Man goes and gets our grub. Oh, that was almost catastrophic. Alright. Where are we going? I need to get this up somehow. So I'm gonna try hitting that. Going down here. And is this it? Okay, okay. I think we're making something here. Alright, so watch this, guys. Ready? Boom. Oh shit.
Oh god, the food's here, my bullshit! Are you bad?
I'm a little bad.
The guy gave me a thumbs up.
He
was panting from doing that walk up.
Yeah, it's a tough walk. We're up on the 4th floor here.
That's why we give them good tips.
In the Exo Nation. We make those people work for it.
Give me that. That's my turn to play.
Oh.
Okay, so Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, starring Dwayne The Rock. I'm in every movie in 2018.
He's the new Samuel L. Jackson, basically.
Samuel
Jackson was in every movie.
I guess, yeah.
Was that?
The movie actually wasn't bad. I enjoyed the movie, but it was a Sony film, and before they go into the jungle,
fuck.
The premise of the movie is that they get sucked into a video game, Jumanji, instead of it being a board game. Yeah, watch that. I almost died from that. So, the first 15-20 minutes of the movie is establishing the characters before they get sucked into the video game.
Okay.
And the movie's made by Sony. So, in order to maximize their product placement, they had to fit it all into the first 20 minutes of the movie, because you're not going to really see Sony products in the jungle.
In the jungle, sure.
So,
what do these monsters do?
I mean, man, it's fantastic. So, the movie opens with the original kid playing PlayStation, the first PlayStation in the 90s. Then it cuts to a kid in today's era playing PS4, playing Street Fighter V.
Oh no.
PS4 exclusive. He's got a poster on his wall of The Last Guardian, PS4 exclusive. He's got, what is that game? Vanguard? Or, not Vanguard. Warframe? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
PS4 exclusive. Got a poster of that on his wall.
That's insane. They should be ashamed of themselves.
He's playing the PlayStation. Another kid comes in wearing Sony headphones. It was just like, how much product placement can we slam in 15 minutes?
It's an extra life.
Look at that.
Why is that there?
That's weird.
Right? I don't think that's supposed to be there.
We can use it.
I mean, oh god, I'm a pussy.
Alright,
so
it was just funny to see because it's sometimes a little more subtle in movies that you can spread it out over the course of the 2 hours.
Sure.
But since they're in the jungle for the majority of the movie, they were just like, all right, get all of our Sony product placement in the first 15
Get it all out of the way.
Yeah.
Toys, money, systems, Jumanji, The Rock, Jack Black, cocaine.
Cocaine.
Jack Black's always.
Oh. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it.
Can you fuck that guy? Oh, well, that came out completely wrong. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into that
Sesame chicken.
So we're gonna end the episode here.
Yeah, because we gotta go eat some
We've
food.
gotta go eat. You cannot play Dragon Ball Fight. I'm sorry.
I just want to play the video game.
I'm sorry. See you on the next episode. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, why not let me know by liking the video? And if you haven't already, why not jump in and subscribe? I promise the water's fine. And remember, keep on laughing.